Well, now we want to pay tribute to one of our great musicians who died recently. Taig Kearney, who originally hailed from Inchigeela, lived then in Ballincollig, was very well known for his céilí music all over County Cork and indeed much further afield. We have with us here today Mr. Paddy O'Donovan from the Coachford area, who is going to talk to us about the late Taig Kearney. Paddy, you knew Taig very well.
I did, yeah.
How did you know him?
Well, through music mainly, I suppose, yeah.
Yeah. Tell me where you met him first.
I met him in, we booked him for Kearney in Roisin, and they were just back from England, I suppose, probably a year.
He had played music in England, had he?
He had, yeah.
Yeah.
He spent most of his life in England.
Yes.
He played all the clubs and everything there.
So there was some occasion in Roisin, was it, at the time?
Yeah, we were holding a céilí.
Yes.
And we booked Taig, and
did you play with him yourself on that
not
occasion?
at that time, no.
No.
That was my first meeting with him, like.
But you got to know him well after that,
I did
you?
yeah.
And tell me how well you got to know him and where you played together.
Well, after that, he invited me to the house with music, and we had sessions there, and vice versa. They was to come to our house, and we travelled to Flakeols and sessions around the country.
Around the country?
Yeah.
When you say Flakeols, now where did you go for the Flakeols?
We went to Sligo to a Flakeol.
Yes.
We went, where is it now? We used to go to Milton Melbury as well, of course.
Oh yes, very good, yeah. That's the home of great traditional music, isn't it? Yeah, and of course...
there was the Banjo Festival, and we went there as well, up to Longford.
Yes.
For a weekend, and...
you played a lot of music together.
Yeah.
Now you played banjo and Taig played accordion, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did you actually play in a band? Did you play in a band as such with him, or did he have another band?
No, I think it's a family band.
Okay, so who was in
the band with them at all?
Yes.
But, they played a lot with the family band until such time as the family got married, and that kind of slowed things down a bit, and like they weren't together as much. So.
Yeah. And how many members of his family were in it, Paddy?
There was Breed and Sean,
yes,
and Tim and Mary.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So he had 4 children,
yeah.
And they played for céilís around the country, did they?
That's right, yeah.
You must have had a lot of fun together playing music, did you?
Oh yeah. Taig was a great character.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Was he good fun?
He was, yeah, and he'd sing a song too.
Was he?
He would,
yeah. Yeah. Now he played, of course, in England before coming to Ireland, I gather.
That's right,
did he?
Yeah. That's right.
Where did he play in England, or what kind of occasions?
Well, I heard them naming places now, like Cricklewood and
the Galtimore, I suppose. Yeah.
I wouldn't be too familiar with those now, but
a lot of the Irish clubs, I suppose, in England.
Clubs, yeah. Camden Town is a place.
Yeah.
To mention.
Did he live in England a long time?
I'd say he went to England when he was. I'd say he must have gone to England when he was. Well, maybe 20, 21, maybe that.
Yeah, so he would have spent 20 or more years in England at least, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Before coming back and settling. Of course, he lived in Ballincollig then.
Yeah.
But you tell me that he always described himself not so much as a Ballincollig man.
Well, if we were out there and somebody asked where he was from, he said, "Oh, I'm from Inchigeela, and this man is from Kilmichael."
yeah. So he loved the native sod all the time.
That's right.
Yeah. You had experience in America as well, had you?
We had. We went to America. Yeah, we played a few céilís out there, and my wife's uncles were living there, so we kind of combined a bit of a holiday in Chicago. So.
Yes.
And
what was it like to play for the Irish clubs in Chicago and the Irish people there?
Oh, very good, yeah. It
was
done very well, actually, yeah.
Yeah. Tell me a bit about that now.
Well, we drew a great crowd in, yeah.
Did you?
Yeah. And I actually met people that came from my own locality.
Yes.
You know, it's a small world, like.
Yes, yeah.
So it was...
lots of Irish people in Chicago.
Yeah.
Huge number of Irish people out there.
That's right.
Now, I know that Donlo Mahuna did an interview with Taig Kearney some time ago, and we're going to go over to that interview now, Paddy, just for a couple of minutes.
Okay.
I have met Taig Kearney. And Taig Kearney comes from Inchigeelagh originally, and he's a well-known musician, has KD bands of his own. So I'm going to ask him a few questions about this. This puzzles me, this difference between KD dancing and set dancing. What exactly is it, Taig?
Well, when I was growing up, there was no set dancing at any Kearney. Only all the figure dances, Siege of Venice, Folly Limony, Winton Air, and that. But waltzes, of course, and military two-steps. And I went away to England in 1962, and I came back in 1979, and the scene seemed to have changed, the set dancing. What I grew up with at home, playing for sets around the kitchen, the set dancing, there was a big revival in the set dancing. And you'd have mixed Kearneys.
Yes.
The set dancing was there. Then the set dancing seems to have taken over now from the Kearneys.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you now the extraordinary thing about that. Talking to people from the Gaeltacht, from Cape Clear, a man from Cape Clear, an old man from Cape Clear. Now, he never heard of the walls of Limerick or the siege of Venice out there.
Yeah.
'Twas dances like the Lancers they had, which were set dances or slides.
Yeah. Well, the Lancers is
They had the individual
yeah.
step dancing, you see, but
Yes,
they
yeah.
didn't have what we call the Gaelic dancing, which I think were invented by the Gaelic League. What would you
Kearney
think?
dancing, I wouldn't know. I'm not great at the history of it like that.
Yeah,
But
you
I
know,
know they're there since I was a
well,
child anyway.
they're there over 100
We
years.
used to go to the
and
college in
more.
the Kearneys in the college in Ballingeary.
That's right. Yeah.
In the 50s.
Yeah, but do you think that there's a what you call that the sets have taken over to the detriment of the Gaelic?
I think so. Yeah, they have taken over too much. The
Yes.
set is a great dance,
Yes,
but having sets on night, I think it's a shame they don't
I know.
hold on to the
I know.
Kearney dances.
Now you still have a band of your own.
Well, I have. We don't play so much at the moment. For as I said, the scene has changed, and it was a family band I had, my sons and
I
daughters.
see. Yes. Yeah.
When I came back from England, as I say, I was kind of surprised to see that there was such a revival in the set dancing. What we grew up with at home as children,
right, yes.
and we played for a lot of Kearneys and set dancing.
When you say you grew up at home with the set dancing, as a child now, say in the 30s and 40s, I remember threshings, and
Yeah.
'twas sets, half sets they were doing.
That's
what they were doing.
That's right. Yeah. That's right,
The odd
yes.
waltz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be sets.
To be sets,
They do
yeah.
the jig set and the polka set and
That's
and the slides and back, of course, in west of the county bounds in Kerry, where my wife comes from,
Yes.
and my mother came from there as well. That was a great place for
Oh, yes.
they'd be dancing sets all night,
That's right. And,
polkas and slides and hornpipes and
yeah. And Duhallow was the first place I came across the polka set. I never knew it. About
Yes,
1950.
yeah.
That was at house dances.
Yes, that was a great place for the sets as well, all along the county bounds. You know,
Yeah.
you can go from, I suppose, you could go from the Limerick borders all along the county bounds back into Ardgroom.
Yes, indeed.
Interesting,
Thank
yes.
you very much, Taig.
Not
Thank
at
you.
all.
Well, that was Donald O'Mahony's interview with Taig Kearney, and of course very happy memories there of him. He was a grand musician, wasn't he?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, he really loved that accordion, didn't he?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, he played
And
tremendous.
he had more than Irish music. He could play continental stuff if it came to it.
Yes.
If somebody was looking for a tune from even the French tune.
Yes.
No bother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd play fine.
Yeah.
Did he? I know you went to Marcella Concassone with Coltis
That's right.
at one stage. Did Taig go with you on that trip at all?
Not on that one, no. We went to We went to Krakow as well, alright.
Oh,
yeah.
did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me about Krakow.
We had a great time there.
Yeah.
Nice, just very different, like.
Yes.
We went down the salt mines and we saw, what is to be seen around there.
Yes. Yeah.
Played a bit of music out there.
And he was in good form and good health. When was that now, Paddy?
That would be, 96, I suppose.
Yes, back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Did you play music in Krakow?
We did.
Did
yeah,
you?
we did.
What kind of places?
Well, there was a few Irish pubs there, so we frequented those a few times.
Did you? What kind of reaction did you get from the Polish people?
Okay, yeah, they were interested. Yeah.
Were they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think it attracted crowds into you?
Well, I suppose they wouldn't know what to expect, so they were interested, like.
Yes. They'd turn up there.
Yeah.
Now we're going to hear some more of Taigg's music, because we have a recording also that was done in the mills in Ballavonia. So maybe we'll go over to that recording now.
Right, we're going to play a few polkas here now. We have Andrew Connan, Mick Cadu and John Lyons and myself. So we're going to play a few polkas.
great music there from the Mills in Bellivorney. That's a few years ago now, isn't it?
Yeah.
That particular recording. Paddy, Taig fell into bad health in the last couple of years.
He did, yeah.
Yeah, but he was still in good form.
He was good farm up till I worked with him 5 weeks before he died.
Yes.
As he had a cottage near in Chile there, and we were doing a bit of work back there. We built a couple of pillars.
Yes. Yeah.
And he was very interested in stonework, so
Yes.
we done a lot of work in that house and in Mary's house as well, his daughter's house.
Did you? Yeah. And did he
We
play a
worked.
lot of music still in the last couple of years?
Well, he did, yeah. He
Did
used
he?
to love to come to Coachford. We'd have sessions in Coachford there,
Yes.
about once a month, like, and he'd come there. We'd
Yeah.
go to Bellivorn maybe sometimes, or
Yes.
Kilometre.
So he bore his illness very well, did he? Very cheerfully
yeah.
well. And then,
Yeah.
of course, towards the end of his life, he became very unwell and died quite
Well,
quickly
in
then.
hospital, yeah. He was quite good until he was taken into hospital, really.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell me about his interests, Paddy. He had the interest in music, you told me.
Music, the Irish language, very much. He was a fairly good Gaelgoer.
Yes.
He had a good grasp of the Irish, yeah.
Yes.
He was interested in most things.
Yes.
Oh,
Did he speak a bit of Irish too?
he did, yeah.
Yeah, and of course he was a great family man, I believe.
Great family man, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So, as we know now, Taig, his health gave up on him, I suppose, in the end, and you had a send-off for him in the church in
Yeah, a great
Ballincollig.
send-off, yeah.
Tell me about that.
His grandchildren played even, and he would have loved to have seen that.
Yes.
They all played different concertina, fiddle, tin whistle. And then his nephews, and we all joined in a group, and we had a big send-off, big session at the end.
Yes.
Tommy Cossin, his friend, came down from Galway. He would have been Shasky and Kelly band.
Yes.
They would have known each other in England, so Tommy came down,
Yes.
and we had a very good send-off.
Very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to miss him, Paddy.
Yes, yeah, sure, yeah.
He was a good friend.
Good friend, yeah.
Very good friend. And I'm quite. And now, Paddy, you're going to play a tune as a tribute to the memory of Taig. This is a special tune for you.
That's right. I'd like to play a polka that I got from Taig. I have it for a good few years, so I might play that.
Does it have a name, Paddy?
I don't have the name of it now.
No. But this was one that he had himself.
It was from Taig I got it, yeah.
Okay, very good.
Yeah. I didn't hear too many more playing it, so
Okay.
I might try that.